Hello again, Farmer Pierce here. Hope everybody's having a great and wonderful day. I do appreciate you hanging out with me. I really do. Um, these are mods that we got on the 7th of May, and we've only got three, and two of them has me confuzzled as to uh, one, what's the purpose of, and the second one looks to me kind of like a farmer decided, oh, well, I've got a piece of old crane arm here. I'm going to fashion up a blade off my truck and we're just going to weld it all together and we're going to make a pusher of some sort. So I guess we'll talk about this one first. Now, this is a grain leveler. Um, this is by Tarksy 007. It does use up 2 slots. And let's look in store. It's under levelers. And it's right here. It is $3,000. You can change the main color, so we can do, whatever color might suit your needs or your decor on your farm. Now that will add an extra $200 to your main cost. It didn't say anywhere in the mod hub or here of what it attaches to. It actually attaches to a telehandler, which we have right over here. And through the trees there, we have some different grains and forage and some root crops. Yeah, and we also have seed and fertilizer and some lime. So we'll just see what this all pushes around. Okay, here we have our seeds first. Or no, this is our this is our canola. Okay, so it's pushing the canola around. And then we have, I believe, oats. Yep, push the oats around. All right, so we know it does the grains like it claims. What about? I'm trying to think what that is. Not quite sure what that is. Will it tell us as we start pushing it? Oh, that's wood chips. Okay, so it pushes wood chips. And this is our root crops here. Okay, that's potatoes. And then we have, I believe this is sugar beet. Oh, sugar cane, excuse me. And then we have our sugar beets back there in the back if I don't get stuck. Now you could move chaff and level out your bunker that way. Now it's not going to let you backblade. So it's only going to push it forward. Now if you're using this in a bunker, your telehandler is going to get stuck. This is seeds. Will it do seeds? Yep, it does seeds. Okay, so it will push everything. Just like the pusher blade over there on the front of the fence will push everything, including your seeds all around. I don't see this as an economical, practical tool. I mean, yeah, you can get out there quite a ways with it and get really, really high, but it is also quite heavy when you get it set this high. The telehandler's starting to rock about. I mean, if you're gonna use something like this for chaff or whatever, I would go and use the MES 400, because that can be attached to a 3-point link or a wheel loader, and you're gonna get, you know, your height that you need to level out your silage bunker. So this is just a really peculiar item that made it to the game. I mean, it's different. It's something we've never seen before, and honestly, in my opinion, that's gonna get uninstalled real quick. The next thing we're gonna take a look at is something that only exists in the modder's mind. This is the Turner TV 1400 by AS Agri, and it is 7 slots. I tried looking this up on online before I attempted this review, and just to see what it was, what it does, and what its purpose is for. In this game, it's a 1,400 kilogram weight, and it works great as a weight. But it does one other thing. If you lower it down, it raises the front of the tractor up, and if you hit hit R1 and you use your right joystick, you can turn your tractor around 360 degrees if you choose to. Like I was saying, whatever type of situation or some sort of application that you could use this in, I don't know. This one has me really confuzzled. I mean, if you're just going to use it strictly as a weight, yeah, it looks kind of cool. Does have some little lights there on it. Right. So I'm not sure. If anybody knows what it's for, hey, drop it down in the comments section and say, hey, Farmer Pierce, this is what it's for. Cool. But let's get into the brutal part of this. Sorry. The big brute is back. For those of you who are familiar with FS17, this came out, and a lot of people were using it on the Welker's farm map. Actually, Welker's farm uses this in their daily operation on their farm. I'm not sure exactly where Welker's farm is located, but they use a lot of the big buds, and so they wanted a boom sprayer, so they created the big brute. It's on the chassis of a float truck, hence the big wide tires. They wanted a big bud front end, so they had it manufactured. And one of the Welker boys' wife did the graphics and the emblem there on the side of the door. This is by Blacksheep Modding. Blacksheep Modding also brought out the Big Brute in 17, and they felt that it needed a return in 19, so here it is. It's back. It is 15 slots. It's a boom sprayer. If I hadn't already mentioned that, it does fertilizer and herbicide. It's 425 horsepower, and it holds 6,200 liters of herbicide or liquid fertilizer. Now, um, if I try to climb up the ladder in this thing, I'm going to hit my head there on the boom itself. So let's go in store here real quick, real fast, and it's under crop protection. And I don't have the horse pack installed at the moment, so we can't compare it to the Horsch Lieb PT350. It is 195,000. It's 425 horsepower, holds 700 liters of fuel, 140 liters of diesel exhaust fluid. For those of you who do not know what DEF stood for, it travels 37 miles per hour, holds 6,200 liters, has a boom width of 33 meters, and a working speed of 15 miles per hour. The Hardy Rubicon that we have in game is one of the biggest ones that we have at 48.5 meters. The fertilizer capacity is twice. No, not twice. I'm trying to think. It's about 3,000 more than what the Big Brute is at 9,000 liters. This one's 370 horsepower, working speed of 15 miles per hour. And then we have the Emperador 3.0 for 195,000. That's 220, and that holds 5,100 liters. So this kind of falls right in between here as far as fertilizer capacity, and the slot count is, oh my gosh, so much lower than these two. The Star is 35 slots, the Rubicon is 38 slots. It's, if you're going to go with a boom sprayer, you like boom sprayers, and you can kind of go with the older looking model type boxy thing, Big Brute is the way to go. So yeah, let's jump in here and we'll take a look. Kind of a plain, straightforward interior. Sounds good. Of course, you have your GPS console there. Have lights. Have any lights up here? Nope. But the lights do come on the dash. I think that's that little green, that little box with little green numbers. I think that's your flow rate meter or something like that. Have high beams. Have our indicators. You can see it there just underneath the steering wheel, but you can barely see it. Have your brake lights, right turn signal, left turn signal, and you have a couple big turn signals here on the front, and you got your high beams. You can see the fan turning inside of there on the engine, which is really, really cool. I mean, I like that animation. You can't quite see it through the grill, but yep, they did a nice job. Good job, Blacksheep modding. Now I think I'm gonna say here and door opens. If you hold R1 and you use your right joystick, move it right and left, it'll open and close the door. Now that the sprayer is unfolded, if we hit L1 and we move our right joystick up and down, we can adjust the height of the boom so that way we can get our spray closer to the ground. Ding! Messenger message. Anyway, now I've been wondering, I wonder if that little flow meter actually works. Let's turn the sprayer on. Oh, I thought I turned it on. Hit the wrong button. Oh, that shut it off. Now what am I doing wrong? Yeah. I know what I'm doing wrong. I forgot to fill it first. Oh my goodness. It would have helped if I would have filled it. Okay, so we can pull underneath our buy anything mod here that we have. We'll fill that up real quick. I mean, this thing does not turn on a dime. Would have been kind of cool to see some four-wheel steering on this, but let's unfold this. I knew I was forgetting to do something. Alright, let's drop the boom down a little bit. Turn the sprayer on. Okay, so that flow meter does not display anything. Now to me, looking at this, now that we're out here kind of driving around, oops, I'm stuck. Stuck on the hedge over there, so let's raise this up. To me, the inside of the windows are quite hazy for some odd reason. I don't know if that's going to get fixed or what, but I do remember when the Big Bud came out, we had this issue of the windows being extremely hazy. Wrong way. Let's raise that up. So, and pretty much just a couple passes, this field right here is done. So that is the Big Brute. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Now, I didn't look at some of the options that we had, but we're going to take a look at those now. We have rim color, and we have white, black, and chrome. So if you really wanted to make your boom sprayer look extremely smexy, excuse me, and we have attachers. We can actually put a trailer hitch on the back of this. Puts the pin style hitch on the back. And then wheel setup, we have standards, which are these big wide tires, and then we have our skinny narrow tires. Now I don't know if you're going to get crop destruction from these narrows. I had not tested that out, so be extremely careful when using this and you have crop destruction on. Um, if you are getting crop destruction, uh, stop immediately and go into the settings and turn that off until you get done using the sprayer. So, now if you have everything maxed out, it's going to cost $197,000, which still isn't as bad as some of the other ones that we have available to us as far as self-propelled boom sprayers. This is awesome. I love it. I'm not like a big bud type person, but if I choose to use something like this, this is probably what I am going to go with. So, with that all being said, I hope you all found this useful and informative in some way, shape, or form. If you have, hit that like button. If you'd like to leave a comment, suggestion, or you have a question, leave it down in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you'd like to share this video, go ahead. And we also have Farmer Pierce t-shirts available and other merchandise on our store. The website will be linked in the description. There's also a web address at the end of this video. Like I said, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. So with that all being said, thanks for watching and happy farming.
RenderForest.com